not a program, it's a movement. We are trying to create a paradigm shift in the ecosystem. For centuries now, if not decades, women have always been underestimated with regards to their impact. Specifically, after 23 years working with social entrepreneurs across the world, how success for entrepreneurs, especially women social entrepreneurs, is being defined. Why is WISE a movement? Because it has to include everyone, all the parties involved. It has to include the media, the universities. It has to include the entrepreneurs, the business entrepreneurs, the investors, the donors, and the schools. WISE is a movement because it is run and should be run by the women social entrepreneurs themselves and the business entrepreneurs. It aims to empower and to showcase their impact. So it is a movement. It cannot be limited as a program or a project, because women are not a project. Everyone has to be on board. What WISE changed among the fellows themselves, the Ashoka social entrepreneurs and other women that are teaching now younger generation, is how they have an impact. And I will give examples. Scale Up is changing a policy that affects usually this disadvantaged group. We usually are proud of just the Scale Up and say, yes, we changed the policy, but we don't monitor what happened after the policy change. This is what WISE taught a lot of the fellows. Go back and find out. And we find a fellow in Indonesia where suddenly her work that happened 10 years before has affected 40 million kids who were able to go to school. 80% of them were able to go to university. 60% had very productive, very elitist jobs afterwards. So this is what we're helping. Find out your impact, not just your reach. That's one. Scaling deep is when you change people's mindsets. And I always give an example. If I stand in front of a million men who are from a particular area which is very traditional, and I talk about NGM, or I talk about wife battery, how do I know? I have reached a million men, but did I have any impact on their mindset? Did they make fun of me? Why are they coming? However, if I work in one village with 1,000 families and I'm able to change the mindsets of the women, the grandparents, the men, and show them that these are very harmful practices that are not right and are not in any religion, this 1,000 family, their kids, their grandchildren, their uncles, their aunts, their neighbors, in 10 years, they will be a million changed person. This is what we're trying to teach. And this is what we try to help our fellows and social entrepreneurs, especially female social entrepreneurs and donors, understand. Look differently. We are not counting numbers. We are looking for impact. And I always like to mention Dina. Dina is an Ashoka fellow in Indonesia. And she has been working for a long time on really the girls who have been trafficked. And when they came back, because they're older or they were saying, they were looked down by the community, and nobody was trying to help them. And also nobody was trying to stop the other girls from going out for trafficking. What Dina thought was that there was a tradition in that particular village and the villages around it of sewing and creating certain traditional dresses that was very respected before according to the tradition. So what she did, she got all the girls that came back from trafficking, and they were older. She provided them with education. She provided them with a lot of support. And then, in a very smart way, she taught them how to do this traditional dress. And then she started showing the community. It took her some time. She started only with 200 or 300 girls who came back. Now, after 10 years, the community they have changed their minds about these girls. They thought that they can be productive in the community. They started respecting them. They started noticing the trafficking, and she created an income generation project, but also whereby the girls that were trafficked can come back anytime, can be, forgiven, and they can be given this opportunity. And now it is the men and women, the elders of the community, that are adopting this project with the trafficked girls, not only in one village, but in 40 villages. And the 200 trafficked girls are now more than 20,000. So this is the Scale Deep, where people's ideas and perception of these girls has changed because she understood how to make this happen, how to make people change their minds and to support these girls and not to look down at them and try to get them out of the village. Another example is Sehem from Egypt, who worked with street children at a time where street children were seen as, criminals, vagabonds, people that were not respected or liked, or even that they were kids of, out of wedlock, so they were looked down at. What she did was she worked in 3 or 4 communities in Cairo to start with, and she created committees from the elders of these areas, and she asked them to not adopt, but to take the 3 children under their wings, teach them something. And she, at the same time, she was working with the kids to teach them a lot of skills so that they become beneficial to the community. After 10 years, I just want to say, after 10 years when she started, not only did she reach more than 5,000 or 5,500 street children from these communities who were not only no longer street children, they were working in the same communities that before this refused them and rejected them. And not only that, these elders were able to go to other communities. She used them to go to other communities that, in addition to the 5 communities she was working in, more communities whereby they the elders became the promoters of this idea. So not only is Siham and her NGO is not now the only promoter, but we have elders that are from these communities that went to other communities and starting promoting the concept of let us take care and make these street children or kids at risk become interns. Let us train them, provide them with some vocational training and education and life education or life skills education, and they will work well. This was a scaling deep, from rejection to encouragement to really adoption. Okay? I had a dream that an investor wakes up in the morning and says, I'm going to put X number of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars in this private company, Canon, Apple, because I will get 30, 40 cents to the dollar. But he also says, or she also says, I will put X number of millions of dollars in these women social enterprises or NGOs or CSOs because they have proven, because we have used the new metrics and they have changed laws that affected millions of kids that can now go to school, or that she has reduced her work, has reduced poverty or reduced health problems or reduced climate injustices by X%. This is my dream. My dream is that the investors understand that philanthropy is not charity, that philanthropy is not even philanthropy. The only way we can have stable markets is when we have no crimes, no terrorism. We want to have good workers that come and work for us, labor market. So they have to have good health, good education. Social entrepreneurs, and in particular women social entrepreneurs that we have seen across 40 years of Ashoka's work, address these problems. They are able to address programs that have reduced crimes, and it is proven by universities that addressed violence in the streets, that has addressed literacy of women and health of women so they can be better workers. The only way is for us to look at the impact of women and not just the reach, to use a metrics where we say scale up, changing policies that affect this generation and the generation to come. We are trying to create a paradigm shift whereby there are 3 metrics. Scale up, you change a policy, and the policy will be affecting this group and the groups to come. So it is not something that is only one time. This is an impact because you change people's ideas and policies and what happens to them. Scale deep when you are trying to change, or you actually change the mindsets about bad traditions, negative traditions that affect many communities. And then you work only with 1,000 families. In 10 years, you have them as 1 million, because this is an impact. It is not about reach. And then scale out, which is still valid, where we replicate or somebody replicates our work or we reach more people. But scale out without scaling deep or up will not have an impact. This is our theory of change. My call for the founders, women funders, men funders, investors, philanthropists, you have to understand, if we want to change the world, we have to change the way we look at success. We have to redefine success, and we have to accept and respect that success. If we want to, we have to want impact of better laborers, better laws, less crimes. And this is what women social entrepreneurs do. They address these problems at the root, and then they change the situation. They change a policy, they change the mindset, and they reach more people. But the important thing is the impact. We want you to be on our side. Join us.